Alright, so continuing on this ever so expensive project, I ordered on eBay. I got a bottom end. Let's see if I turn the light on. Let's see. That will work. So I ordered a bottom end. This one came off a running 94 that ran fine. The bearings seem very tight in there. Comes with a starter, which I did pull the old starter off mine before I junked it. Hey, look, that's not corroded. That actually spins well. So that's going on Dolan's 657 because that'll fit. My carb rebuild kit here. I got a bunch of parts on eBay. Look at this. I ordered 2 cylinder heads used. I'm going to have them honed out. I got a whole complete gasket set for the entire motor. Everything. Steering cable, reverse cable, and here throttle cable, oil pump block off kit, choke cable. Cylinder heads are coming. I ordered a piston kit, WSM piston kit, which I got for a steal. Come with pistons, wrist pin bearings, wrist pins, rings, everything. Even a gasket set, but the gasket set is for an 87 or an 89 yellow motor, but the pistons are identical. So basically I bought it knowing I have a gasket set, and I'm going to use the pistons because I got them for like $100 shipped. So I got a good crank. No real need to take that apart yet. So when the heads come in, I'll show you those. And in the box, just got this in the mail on eBay. I found 2 cylinders, 587 Rotax cylinders that are in decent shape. $37. They need to be, well, I don't know why I got them so cheap really, because I saw some on there that needed to be bored and were all worn out and they wanted $80. I got both of these here and it seems like the guy sandblasted, probably sandblasted the outside, and the inside he said still some crosshatch left. I don't see much of it. I mean, there's a little tiny bit, but it looks like he may have sandblasted it. Didn't really clean it out, but I'm just gonna have these honed real quick, you know, polished up, and I got 2 cylinder heads. There's the other one there. This one actually looks a little bit better on the finish. So $33 shipped to my house, and well, no, I'm sorry, 33 plus 14 shipped into my house. So I got a good deal on those. Christmas in April, another package in the mail. Check this out. WSM Performance Parts, twin cylinder top end rebuild kit. Alright, so now here's the kicker on this. I got this cheap, man. I got this $103 shipped to my house. Look at the tag. 580 SP 1989. Now I have a 93 GTX, but what I've researched online, this is a WSM piston kit. So what I researched online was the piston numbers and the rings and the bearings are all the same. They'll fit. This was from a yellow motor, but the only thing that makes this kit for a yellow motor is the gaskets. So see, this came with, you know, early rebuild gaskets. I already got a gasket set for my motor, but I was interested in the wrist pin bearings and the 2 pistons. For $103 is still cheaper than buying 2 pistons from SBT. They're brand new. They were, here's the rings, brand new. And again, the part number on those rings, 010915, that fits my model. Here's the piston, wrist pins, circlips, all that, brand new, man. Standard. Alright, so I got 2 pistons, 2 sets of rings, 2 bearings. I got the gasket set already, 2 cylinder heads, and the bottom end. So it looks as if I am ready to start putting this thing together. So got the carb rebuild kit. Is there anything that's not corroded? So what I did, I took the rotary valve plate off. Okay, that was corroded. The rotary valve and oil pump assembly was corroded together. The carburetor was corroded and permatexed on the intake manifold, which I had to beat off. Here's the oil pump. I'm going to bypass that. I got a block off kit over there off eBay. I'm going to bypass that whole thing, just use premix. But starting to take the carburetor apart. I mean, surprisingly, that diaphragm, before I popped it open, still had flexibility. And this is still moving in here. Let me see. This right here. So there's hope there that the needle's not froze into the seat, you know. I'll take all this apart and you know, soak it and put a whole new carb kit in it. So I'm going to take this to have it bead blasted with the other cylinder head. I did try a couple home remedies, a couple chemicals to try to eat the salt off a little bit. I know it wasn't going to be too perfect, but you know, they need to be bead blasted for real. So I'm going to take those. It did eat a lot of this stuff off. These domes here are pretty smooth now, but I mean, I'm going to bead blast this thing and maybe have them, you know, mill this head or whatever, or not mill it to raise the compression, but to level and true it. And but look at, just for what I did, look at the salt that came off this. Look at this. And half of it's etched onto there, the other half sitting over here. I just tried to loosen it up a little bit, you know, make it easier to bead blast, I guess. Probably a waste of my time, but in case you're wondering, vinegar and that other acid they sell at Home Depot for salt corroded stuff, straight didn't work. Or it was just really bad. So I would just pay the few bucks to have someone bead blast them. So far to get bead blasted, I'll probably have, well, that I can degrease. That's really not salt in there, that's oil and nasty stuff. Intake manifold the same way. It's really not corroded bad with salt. So I'll have this bead blasted. I'll have the exhaust manifold. Maybe not. I don't know. It's pretty bad on the inside, but I don't think I have to have it sandblasted and paint it. I could probably just degrease that and chisel away at the stuff on the inside. That cylinder head there is going to be bead blasted. This I'm going to pressure wash, degrease, pressure wash, sand, and paint. So that'll be new. So there'll be a few bucks just in bead blasting. But hey, I got a new seat, not new covered. So that'll be probably the newest thing on this thing when I'm done. Well, I figure next weekend I'm going to start. I'll make a video on progress. I start putting this GTX back together. And stay tuned, stay subscribed. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment below and we'll see what we get done.